Hi, welcome to this week's episode of Kids Create Preschool Edition. My name is Miss Allison, and I'm glad to have you with me today because I have got such a fun art project to share with you. It's cool both literally and figuratively because it is ice paint. Exactly what it sounds like. It is paint turned into ice cubes. You can do cool artwork and keep cool at the same time, which is so nice right now while it is very hot outside. Just a few materials that you're going to need. First, an ice cube tray. I went ahead and purchased a really inexpensive one from the store. That way I can keep my ice paint separated from the ice cubes I want to put in my drinks. So that, and then you're going to need washable paint because it is going to get all over your hands and maybe on your clothes a little bit. So be sure to get washable paint so that it'll come out in the laundry. You're going to need toothpicks to stir your paint and water together before you put the ice cube tray in the freezer. You're going to need a cup of warm water. And I would recommend using popsicle sticks to create handles. You don't have to. You can just hold the ice cubes in your hand if you like. But I just found this easier to handle by sticking the popsicle sticks into the cubes before they froze. What I would do is once you have all your colors mixed together, cover the tray with a piece of press and seal plastic, and then you can punch the halves of the popsicle sticks down through the plastic, and it'll keep the popsicle sticks standing up. And then after they've been in the freezer for at least 5 or 6 hours, overnight would be best, you're going to end up with this. Look at this. How fun is that? Look how bright that is. I would not have guessed that the color would turn out that vivid. There's blue and purple, my favorite. And I've got pink. There we go. I can turn the tray for you to see all the colors at once. Look at that. All right. And so what you can do is just try out all different kinds of techniques. I found, for whatever reason, if I hold the cube sideways and run it across the paper like this, it seems to produce the best color. If you do it this way, you seem to have to work a little bit harder to get the color to come out really brightly. But for sideways, it was super bright. And you can try just all different kinds of techniques. Here's a little fishy that I did with my purple paint. And if you look closely, you can see little strands of seaweed down there at the bottom. But look how bright that turned out. And then when you first start working with them while they're still super frozen, they almost have a crayon texture. You see those stripes in the rainbow? You can make pretty narrow stripes or narrow lines. And then these were made before the ice cube started melting a little bit. So some flowers in the sunshine and a rainbow. And then I just let the ice cubes sit for a little bit, and I rubbed them around. Look how vivid. And like I said, the more they melt, the more they become like watercolors, which is cool. And then if you want, you can just let them sit for longer and tilt your paper back and forth and see what happens. Parents, the ice cubes I thought they were going to be a lot messier and would run a lot more, but it wasn't until I had been using them for a while that this started happening. So you're probably fine just to work on a countertop, but if your child does want to experiment with letting the paint run back and forth, you might put their paper inside a cookie sheet if you're indoors. Outside, it won't matter if you're on the sidewalk or on the porch or whatever, but if you do want to contain the drips, I would just simply use a tray with a lip on it, just to make sure. But it's washable, so it shouldn't be an issue if it gets somewhere to either wipe up or toss in the laundry. So let's see. I think that's it. How simple is that? All right. So I didn't mix the paint. I knew there was something I was forgetting. Oh my gosh, I'm just so excited about this. I'm not remembering my agenda of things to go over with you. All right, so what you're going to do with your ice cube tray, you're going to take your washable paint, and you just need to pour enough in that it's going to cover the bottom of the individual little spot for your ice cube. There it is. So just about that much. And then you're going to pour water to fill it up the rest of the way. Now you do have to mix it up because right now with the paint being thicker, it's settled at the bottom and you want it to be distributed really well. So you're going to take your toothpick and you're going to stir and stir and stir, and you'll see it starting to come together and mix and distribute really well. And it'll take on a solid appearance. You won't be able to tell that the water and paint aren't separated anymore. So you just stir and stir and stir. And you can put a different color in each little spot in the ice cube tray. Pop it in for 5-6 hours overnight, and there you have it. You can see mine are starting to really get going with the melting. The nice thing about this is if you don't use all the ice cube the first time you pull it out and do some art, is put them back in the tray, back in the freezer, and they'll keep until you're ready to get going again. Or you can use them up and see how much artwork you can do. So I hope you have fun with this. I would love to see some of your artwork. So feel free to post it underneath this video on the library's Facebook page. That would be a lot of fun. Enjoy being creative and cool at the same time. Don't forget that Summer Reading Club is ongoing, and we are going to be taking reading minutes through the end of July. You can log those through our website on the program Read Squared. Our website is www.faylib.org. You can also visit our calendar of events so you can see all of the videos that we're posting, story times, workshops like this one, special guest presenters and performers, lots of fun stuff to watch. And come into the library. It's grab and go for limited hours. Come in, get you some new materials, and say hello while you're there. Don't forget your mask. So thanks so much for joining in, and I hope you have fun with this project. I sure have, and I think I'm going to get back to experimenting some more with it. Okay, have a great day. Bye.